in the breathing heavy. Little had my looking daddy. Couldn't tell him nothing cause we lost him already. Cozy boy with his spaghetti. Want the money and fame, the price come heavy. The price come heavy. Like Shaq attack up on a backboard. Coming back up on a backboard. When she asked me.
With the beautiful Puget Sound just to our west, you get a look inside CenturyLink Field here in Seattle. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the New Orleans Saints and the Seattle Seahawks. Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. They'll come out throwing here on first down. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Right there in coverage, the veteran Cam Chancellor.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock the Alvin away and bring up second down.
Line of scrimmage, again the 25, second and 10. They'll run it for the first time with Alvin Kamara. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. Just a couple there on the second down run. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8 situation.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
An early tough test on the opening drive. This is 3rd and 8. They'll set up to throw. He'll air it out deep for Thomas. And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. Picked up by Delano Hill. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. Last week, somehow they won. He threw all those picks, but they still won. Here, opening drive, unfortunately, he picked up where he left off.
Partner, you get a lot of extra patience when you find a way to win despite you making mistakes. But starting out again this game, that patience is going to wear thin really quick. And I think the guys on the defensive side of the ball will be the first ones to let him know that's got to stop.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. On first down, Lang dumps that off to Penny as running back. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. It's a 4-yard pickup, and that'll make it second down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
From the gun, Lang, they'll lock it with a grab over the middle. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
This is the Oklahoma State alum, Chris Carson. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down.
3rd and 2, and they ran the ball for only 1 yard, and everybody's going to scream at the offense. Well, let's give a lot of credit to the defense on that play. Defensive front out leveraged the offensive line. They got more people to the football. Yeah, they won that battle in a big way, and they're forcing a big decision now by the guys on offense.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. And now the Saints get set to trot out there. That opening drive ended with the INT. It didn't lead to points, but still not the way they were hoping to begin the game.
But how about going and telling your defense, thank you, a huge thank you. You said it didn't lead to points, stalled off that drive. Now they've got a chance to redeem themselves and maybe reward their defense a little bit by putting some points on the board on this one.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he'll get it up to the 12-yard line here. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
Seeing that play and understand just how tough it is to cover tight ends, especially the ones running around the NFL nowadays, makes me glad I didn't make it in that league. I would have had a really difficult time.
But now you get to sit up here with me.
Yeah, and that's fun, isn't it? And what a really nice gain right there on first down for them. Brings up a nice second down for them.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Looking to throw. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. They give him a gain of 37.
Now, that play will end up on the highlights, and you'll see it all over the place. But what you won't see, the offensive line that bought the extra time, that allowed for the big completion downfield, those guys made that play possible.
The big play has them all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. On 2nd down, Kamara. And he's up across midfield and down into Seattle territory. That's what they needed. It's an 8-yard gain, and now 3rd and 4 suddenly doesn't look so bad. And now some motion before the snap. And this will be our first penalty of the night's proceedings. After the false start, sets up a 3rd and 9. They'll look to throw here. Completes this one to Meredith. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th.
They didn't get the first down, but I have to say I do like the call. I like what they were trying to do. Try and hit your receiver on the run and see if he can pick it up. Keep it on his feet, get a little rack yardage.
Yeah, but a nice job defensively to get to him and keep him short of the first. Here's Thomas Morstead on now to punt it away on 4th down. Back deep, the dangerous Tyler Lockett. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback. The Seahawks offense now, they get set to go back to work. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is, can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. On the ground, this is Rashad Penny. And he will lose yardage on the play. Back at his own 19-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
Well, you had to punt on your first drive, and on the first play of the second drive, you end up going backwards. I would dare say they need something good to happen right here, right now.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
Here we go now. 3-19. 3-19. Gone, gone. Gone, gone. Over, 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 over.
To throw on second down. Lang. And the grab made by Doug Baldwin. And certainly some style points there on the spin. Not a whole lot thereafter, but still a pretty good gain.
In today's football, where receivers break tackles, make people miss, get upfield for the extra yardage, when you see a play like that where it's caught and he's dropped on the spot, that's a big-time play by the defense.
And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Detroit. Detroit.
Operating from the gun. Lang. And that is incomplete.
I think the punter might start to get into a pretty good rhythm here if he keeps getting opportunities. But that's the last thing his team wants to have happen, right? The last thing you want to see is your punter feeling pretty good because he's out there all the time.
Yeah, first quarter only, but they're 0 for 2 on third down conversions to start this thing. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. The Saints coming out now to take the field. And the results for them have not been strong to this point. 2 drives have ended in a turnover and then a punt.
So would it be too snarky for me to say that they've shown improvement? Because you had two drives with turnovers. Now they punted it away, so at least they didn't turn it over. So that's good, right?
You're going to get some angry users reaching out to you on social media.
Well, I don't mean to be. I was actually looking for the positive. Silver lining, you know.
They start the drive on the ground. Kamara. And he will lose yardage here back to his own 6. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's Saints football to begin quarter number 2, but they face a 2nd and long to start things out. He'll look to throw. Throw left side, taken in by Meredith. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. Following the penalty, it's Kamara. Only 2 yards on the pickup there, and now they're looking at a long third down.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. They'd like to avoid punting from their own end zone so they could use something here on third down. From deep in their own territory, they look to throw. That's complete to Meredith. And he gets this one just shy of the 35 to the 34. That one goes for 29 yards on third down. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Again, this is Kamara. And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
He'll drop to throw. He's going to float this one deep right side. And this is taken in at the 5. Touchdown, New Orleans. Cameron Meredith, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Saints are able to cash in for 6. No going for 2. They'll kick the point after. No, he missed the PAT. No good on the extra point, so a letdown there. And this will stay a 6-point ball game. Morstead, the punter, out to kick it off. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Seahawks offense now, they get ready to come back onto the field. And this is their 3rd drive. Right now, maybe not about points, just about getting something. They haven't gotten a first down yet in this game.
It's a mental barrier you don't think about until you go a couple of drives without getting a first down. Then all of a sudden it looms big. It gets harder and harder to actually attain that first down.
They go play action here on first down. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Sheldon Rankins able to get him for a loss of about 3.
Tremendous read and reaction by the defensive tackle. And frankly, partner, it's not that often the DTs have that type of easy access back to the quarterback. Never bought the play action fake.
So after the sack, they'll come up on a still manageable 2nd and 13. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get about 3 as he takes this up near the 25.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things. But the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
To throw on third down. Lang. And this is going to be incomplete.
And what did we talk with them about prior to the game? Their ability to move the chains, pick up first downs. So far, 0 for 3 on third down. If that continues, they'll have little chance of winning this one.
Now here's Michael Dixon as he's on to punt for Seattle. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Fielded at the 20. A very good return that time. 18 yards. And the Saints will take over with a first down and 10. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. The fourth down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. Now a play fake here on first down. Fights loose. Escaping the pressure right. And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. And the Seahawks have picked it up. And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory. And great effort. Does he get burned for that in film? He fought through some tackles. End result, though, a fumble.
It's going to be one of those situations where he'll get yelled at about the fumble, but at the same time get a check mark for the extra effort. And so it's one of those tough, tricky things for coaches. You don't want to coach it out of them so much that you take away the effort. You just want them to be conscious of taking care of the football.
Now let's go. Green 39. Green 39.
Penny, a first down carry. And he's going to take this across the 50 and into Saints territory. Tackle there going to Marshawn Lattimore.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Detroit! Detroit! Now let's go. 319. 319.
Off play action. Lang. And his throw is incomplete.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
The Seahawks on third down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 8.
Gun, gun! Gun, gun!
From the gun, Lang. He finds his man, Baldwin. And he's got this down to the 35. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Two minutes to go here in the first half. Back to CenturyLink Field after this.
Gun, gun! Gun, gun! All right, here we go. Blue line.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get this down to about the 30, 31-yard line. Demario Davis there on the stop.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
Gun, gun! Gun, gun! Watch him now, Barney! Barney!
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Lang, Baldwin with it over the middle. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another 1st down. An inaugural trip to the red zone here for the Seahawks. 1st and 10 at the 19. Operating from the gun. Lang. And nearly picked off. Surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away. But it does get away and it's 2nd down. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Gone!
They'll run it now out of the gun. And they'll get him down right around the 16. It's a gain of about 3, but it's going to leave him with 3rd and still 7 yards to go.
Watch it now, Barney!
On 3rd down, Lang. They go with a shuffle pass, and it's complete. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down. On now is the kicker, Jason Myers, for the field goal try. Able to knock it through. So we have reached halftime with the visiting Saints out on top. As we'll send you eastward to Orlando. Standing by with that EA Sports halftime report now is Jonathan Coachman. Take it away, Coach. Morstead, the punter, out to kick it off. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And out now come the Seahawks. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. Throwing to start the drive. Lang eluding the pressure right. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19.
Partner, as a quarterback, sometimes you just got to know when the clock has gone off in your head, it's time to go. Tuck it and get all you can.
Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down.
Set! Blue 90! Blue 90!
On 1st and 10, Lang fighting through pressure. He lets it fly for Lockett. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Tyler Lockett was the target there. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
They certainly thought they had him surrounded and probably thought they were going to get him on the ground and get the sack, but he was able to elude that. And even though it threw it incomplete downfield, if you're a defensive back, you're loving the pressure that you're seeing from your front.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Black 99 Philly, here we go. Now let's go. Green 39, green 39.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to bowl his way forward to the 48. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll leave him with a 3rd down and 6 to go.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the 1st down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had the incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
The Seahawks on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6.
Watch it now, Barney, Barney.
From the gun, Lang. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
We're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. And that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback. Now the attention turns to the Saints offense getting ready for their first possession of the second half. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical. Every now and then, they'll get after you if they think they need to light a fire. But in this case, let's go into the virtual locker room, because here's what I think happened. They got in there and they said, listen, let's take control right away.
Yeah,
defense,
we
got the lead. Defense, don't give up any points. Turn the ball back over to the offense and let them go down and score and give us more of a cushion in the game. Check so far. Defense shut them down. Let's see if the offense gets done.
And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. Over the middle, that's caught by Meredith. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
We always hear about the connections some quarterbacks have with certain receivers. I think this guy has a connection with just about everyone. Didn't mind throwing it in there against double coverage to him.
Shows some confidence, supreme confidence.
Big-time confidence that he would make the play for him, and he did.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down. Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Looking again for Thomas, this time complete. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a first down there. This quarterback now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. Now a handoff. Here's Kamara. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. Another nice gain. 13 yards that time and another first down.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Staying on the ground on first with Kamara. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Smith catches left side. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. The Saints on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. They'll set up a throw. Catch here, left side, Thomas. And down inside the 15 he goes. 11 more yards there, and this methodical drive continues. Took till the second half, but finally a red zone opportunity here. They have a 1st and 10 at the 13-yard line. Back to the ground. It's Kamara. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. Back-to-back 11-yard gains, and they've got another first down.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. Now flags will come in, and I think this is against the Saints up front. So from the 2, now they move back to the 7-yard line, first and goal. He'll look to throw. Dancing to his left. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's second down.
Nice job there defensively. A great time to dial up a blitz.
And give him credit under center instead of throwing it away. Actually a pretty good job of getting past the line of scrimmage, not losing yardage. They'll give it to him up the middle. And he'll keep working toward that end zone as he's down to about the 2-yard line. Call it a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's third and goal.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They're going to look to throw. And he's got him. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Deion Sims, his second touchdown on the season. And the Saints add on to their lead. A good, sustained drive there in this third quarter, capping it off with a touchdown to give them a nice 2-score advantage.
It was actually a fun one to watch, wasn't it? I mean, for me, seeing the mix of what they did, how they moved the ball downfield, very sharp, too. Each and every play seemed to be executed with great dispatch.
Morstead, the punter, out to kick it off. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. The Seattle now ready to march onto the field. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level, because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Set! Blue 90! Blue 90!
Throwing on 1st down. Lang. And he's taken down here by the Saints. Alex Okafor in there to bring him down for a loss of 7.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
Leopard!
On second down, here's Penny. And he'll work this one up to about the 38. It's a 7-yard gain that gets him back to the original line of scrimmage. 3rd and 10.
And after that type of a run, there's some talking going on down on the field, but it's not trash talking. The guy who just carried the ball, he's going back and telling his offensive line, great job, keep it up, and we'll break that one soon.
Now let's see how the offense still out there. They elect to go on 4th and 11. Back now in Seattle, Washington. It's the Seahawks with possession of the football, but they do trail here to begin quarter number 4. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out.
Watch it now, Barney. Barney.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Flush to his right. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Trey Hendrickson able to get in there and take him down for a loss of 3. So they really needed points here in a 2-score game. Could not come away with anything there on 4th.
And while we know they're a little bit discouraged here, they can't check out of this game. You and I have called a good number of games over the course of our career where we've seen these types of situations. Teams get the ball back, and that miracle does occur. So they can't let that dream go just yet. They have to get stout on defense here.
Yeah, right now really hoping for a turnover. A gain of 3, 2nd down. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
His 5th catch tonight, and it's good for a 1st down. This quarterback now 11 of 16 through the air. It's 1st and 10. Back to throw. This is caught, and he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. 11 more on that one, and another 1st down.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
They come up in an offset eye. Try to pound it in, Kamara. Able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop him right around the 1. At this stage of the game, with the score where it is, the key here is stay in bounds, and he did just that. Not by a huge margin, but he stayed in.
And those come up in what we like to call winning edge meetings. The things that you have to do, late game situations, kicking situations, doesn't matter what it is, the things you have to do to win a game, and that comes up in that meeting, then you practice it, they've got to be happy to see it executed, being able to stay in bounds and work the clock. Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
This Seattle defense, they haven't broken yet. Coming up here on a 3rd and goal situation. They'll run it with Kamara. What a stand so far defensively, and now that's going to bring up a 4th and goal.
Now this feels like old school football because this has turned into a good old-fashioned goal line stand. So on offense, what do you do now? Do you decide to run it or throw it if you go for it on 4th down?
And that one, my goodness, that was almost too easy.
Yeah, and you're not going to have too many attempts shorter than that one. I don't think anyone got a finger on it. That's about as bad a miss as you can have.
They'll start on the ground. It's Rashad Penny. Oh, and now he bowls him over. And a penalty flag down as he gets only about a yard. And let's listen in on the call. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. After the penalty, it's Penny. And he'll take this one only up to about his 13-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup. It'll be 2nd down.
Another scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
To throw on second down. Lang. This is complete. It's Baldwin. And he's able to get up here to the 26. A good pickup there. 13 yards as they get closer for third down. Those short little routes probably going to be open. The defense, they'll let those happen, especially when they can make an inbounds tackle.
Yeah, where's Coach Madden when you need him? To take more. That was one of those situations.
Now with the play clock about to expire, we get a whistle and a timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. The Seahawks on third down. It's been a problem. Just 1 for 7 thus far. This is 3rd and 4.
Over! Watch you now, Barney!
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. Another 13 yards there twice in a row, and they're on the move. Another first down as well.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
Looking to throw. Lang throwing the out route incomplete. It's Patton. A gain of 6 there on first.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
Watch 19.
Operating from the gun. Lang. And the hit jarred loose. It's incomplete.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess.
Green 39! Green 39!
From the gun on third down. Lang. And this is intercepted. And that should do it. Picked off by the linebacker, Manti Te'o. And they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line. He's on quite the interception run. He had 2 last week, another one here. Remember, he's not a DB, he's a linebacker.
But how many of those linebackers started as DBs and pumped themselves up into being linebackers? So the ball skills are the same, right? The coverage skills and responsibilities are the same, and he is paying it off in a big, big way.
And he's up across midfield and down into Seattle territory. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. Time for a break. We'll come back to wrap this one up after this. This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8. On 2nd down, Collins. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down. And now we're going to get a timeout defensively. So another stop, 1:50 left in the football game. The Saints on third down. They've hit 4 of 7. This is 3rd and 10.
Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39.
They stay on the ground. This time it's Kamara. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's 4th down.
The best defensive linemen, they play with great leverage so they can get low and not get bowled over by offensive linemen. They have excellent hands. They can throw people off on a play. We just saw a great example of a really good run stop by a guy playing the defensive tackle position.
44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. Now this is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback. The Seahawks offense now, they get ready to head back onto the field. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought process in mind already, but they can't get ahead of themselves. They know that they need to score quickly.
Yeah, 2-score game.
Onside kick and get the ball back and then score again, but they can't worry about the last 2 points. The only thing that matters is scoring quickly, then they'll take it from there.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Oh, he can't hang on. That was a dream chance for any D lineman to possibly get a pick, but instead it falls down incomplete. They'll try again from the 20 on 2nd and 10.
Now let's go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
Throwing again. Lang. He hits Baldwin right side. And he'll be out right at the 35. And 15 yards there on the catch and run. Okay, so now the question, how did he get that wide open?
Well, we both know that he shouldn't, because from the time they handed out scouting reports before this game, he was circled, starred, everything. Find him, cover him. But sometimes you can scheme a guy open. You put the receivers in a bunch. Maybe you move some motion. Maybe you put him on the backside of a formation, and all of a sudden you've got a better matchup. Every now and then.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by the linebacker, Demario Davis. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line.
Obviously disappointing, but you had to go for broke here, down 2 scores. So that forced you to make some throws you definitely wouldn't want to make. And I think this interception is going to pretty much write an end to this one.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Here's a first down run with Collins. And he's going to get this inside the 30. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a first down.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
Making the stop that time, Bobby Wagner. I guess the simple question, why not just take a knee there?
I don't understand either why you would take any sort of a chance. We've seen it happen in the game of football. It doesn't matter whether you've watched high school, college, or the NFL. Some people get a little greedy, try to get that extra running play in, and it can backfire on them.
And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked up by the Pro Bowl safety Cam Chancellor. And it's a good return here as he'll get all the way up close to the 35. Gosh, you add up last week and this week now, that's 9 interceptions in this 2-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost as if they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays for them to win a game.
Well, they've said they believe in him. That's being tested right here. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there.
Now let's go. 319. 319.
A handoff to Penny. And able to use his blockers to get this up over the 40. That second down run, a big help as 7 yards leaves him with just a 3rd and 3 now. Back to throw. Lang.
That was a good run, probably right on the edge of breaking into something really big. So the defensive guys right now are talking about, okay, what can we do to slow him down before he truly gets started?
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Flushed out right. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that will be incomplete as time has run out on this football game.